Hello, happy book month. Every month should be book month because reading is such a beautiful thing. But in September, as the leaves change, maybe where you live, you'll want to hunker down with a good book. And I've got all the lovely book recommendations your heart could desire. Let's not forget, though, that yours truly has her own book, Carnal Knowledge. It's celebrating a 1 year anniversary this year, and this is as much a coffee table art book as it is a sex education book. So do what you will with that. Anyway, aside from my own book, here are 8 books that I highly recommend for deeper learning about intimacy, sexuality, and relationships. First up, I have Bang! Masturbation for People of All Genders and Abilities. This is a book about masturbation. It is inclusive, accessible, solo sex education. It's got really wonderful illustrations. I love the way the book is laid out. It makes it a way more fun read than a book that's just a wall of text. So whether you are a lifelong masturbator, new to masturbation, whatever, you're gonna learn a thing or two from Bang. Ace Erotica. We don't carry a whole ton of erotica, but this is porn star erotica. So a bunch of different porn stars: Abella Danger, Angela White, Annie Cruz, April Flores, Jisley, Joanna Angel. I mean, the names just go on and on. We got Nina Hartley in there. There's so many names. And of course, Asa Akira, the person who put this amazing book together. You can tell my copy is well loved and dog-eared. Some great erotic stories if that's your vibe. Up next, Designer Relationships. Another one you can tell I have bookmarked the heck out of. This book is not for one specific relationship style. It is working with the idea that all of our relationships should be formed with our own rules, not following the rules that society has laid out for us, whether that is monogamy and the relationship escalator of what we expect monogamy to be like, or even non-monogamous relationships. There are so many more relationship styles than just the ones you hear people talking about, and ultimately everyone should be creating their own relationship rules. Again, even monogamous folks. How to Live with the Internet. Now, you might not think that this one is very related to sex and intimacy and relationships, but I would argue it has everything to do with it. You will 100% hear discussions of sex in this book, but like the other books I've been showing you, really beautiful layout. It feels like a old web page, you know? Look at the jacket or whatever. The inside paper is beautiful. So it's how to live with the internet and not let it ruin your life. And given that so many of our relationships exist online, especially in the time of COVID, I think that this is a really important tool for us to keep in mind that there is a world outside of our screens. Bliss Club. Ooh. I will let the illustrations speak for themselves. Really beautiful illustrations. More masturbation tips, but also partnered sex tips. Oh yeah. This is just a really wonderful, beautiful, straightforward read. Queer Sex. This is just such a beautiful cover, right? And it's a pretty light read. You can get through it in a few settings. This book is funny, it is poignant, and it is written by a trans activist in conversation with other activists. So lots of voices in here, some really wonderful Q&A, question and response type stuff. Very conversational flow. This is a really wonderful read. And Healing Sex, a mind-body approach to healing sexual trauma. This is a heavy read, if that wasn't already obvious, and it is kind of geared and written towards cis women. However, I think this book is a really valuable read for anybody healing from sexual trauma. This is not a book you're going to want to sit down and read cover to cover. Take it slow. It's a really heavy subject matter, but it is really helpful. It's helped a lot of people I know, and it's helped me. And finally, Midori, one of my dear friends in the world of sex, wrote Wild Side Sex, the Book of Kink, and look at that amazing cover. We love her. So there's conversations about erotic humiliation, dominance and submission, the sexual turn-on of objectification, things to avoid when you're practicing BDSM. Really wonderful. I mean, here's another lovely Midori photo. If you want to learn about, I don't want to say more niche, but more specific things in the realm of kink than just an overview of BDSM, Midori's got you covered here. Anyway, thank you for listening to my roundup of favorite books. I hope that wherever your reading journey takes you, you are having a good time. Cozy up with a new book this fall and go check out all of the books we have in the book collection section here at Spectrum Boutique. I think you will find something you love.